To Sports Chat here on the Morning Star. I am Nana Agyemang. Now, the Ghana Police Service has arrested two additional suspects in connection with the murder of Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporter Francis Yao Frimpong, aka Nana Pole. The Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu Dampare, revealed that police have mounted a manhunt for additional suspects, including a female accomplice. The IGP announced these at an emergency meeting with the Ghana Football Association and Kotoko management in Accra. There's more in the following report.
Francis Yao Frimpong, aka Nana Pole, met his untimely death during a Ghana Premier League match against Nswatreman FC on Sunday. The meeting, at the instance of the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu Dampare, discussed measures to prevent future violence. In attendance were key football stakeholders, including representatives of GFA, Galka, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko Management Board.
Football, apart from its commercial aspect of it, is mainly meant to be entertainment. And so when it is Sunday or Saturday or Friday and I invite my family or my friends to go to the stadium to watch game, I'm supposed to go there, enjoy, and come back home, not to be confronted with hooliganism and to some extent losing life.
We believe that for this gathering will not be the first time we have to be gathering this way and be talking about what we have to do in football, especially the challenges we might be facing in terms of security. For this opportunity that I can put that has come to us, we'll use it and address the subsequent situations that we don't want it to happen any longer.
IGP Dr. Ekufu Dampare expressed deep regret over the tragic incident and assured the public that justice will be served.
We have arrested two more persons, bringing the total number of people who have been arrested to 5. And we are currently pursuing a few others, including a female. We will stop at nothing in getting the people involved arrested to face justice. We urge the public and the entirety of the football fraternity in particular to support us in this endeavor, and people to see the situation as a crime which is being investigated and nothing else.
He called for full cooperation from all stakeholders to prevent such occurrences in the future.
On the international front, Newcastle have reached the Carabao Cup final for the second time in 3 seasons after a 2-0 semi-final second leg win over Arsenal. Jacob Murphy and Andy Gordon struck for Eddie Howe's men, extending the advantage they gained in the first leg at the Emirates on January 7 to book a spot at Wembley on March 16. Speaking after the game, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta admitted that Newcastle were better in both boxes over the 2 legs, which proved to be the difference between the two sides.
Well, we had so many expectations, obviously, to believe that we could turn it around. We needed generate momentum, especially in the first half. The game started in the first action almost with them scoring and then the goal being denied. Then we had the moment, 2 big moments with Martin. We didn't capitalize. The next action, they scored the goal, and obviously the game shifted. And then you need to stay cool to score a goal as early as possible. We didn't manage to do that in the first half, even though we had another big chance. And in the second half, then we started to struggle as the game went by, and we didn't generate enough situation, establish ourselves in the finals enough. The game started to get away from us.
Let's also hear from Newcastle manager Eddie Howe, who says going to Wembley for the second time in 3 years is a huge achievement for the Magpies.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. I thought it was always going to be a difficult game because, well, you know, such a gap between the ties. I think that's unique in itself, and we had a long time to sit on our 2-0 lead and to think about how we were going to approach the second leg. In the end, all the thinking's redundant, really. We were always going to play the same way and try to execute how we want to play the game. And I thought the players did that really well because we were brave, aggressive, everything that we want to be, and definitely the final message to the players really is to try and attack and be ourselves.
Oh, look, yeah, there's no hiding it. It would be massive because, like I said, it's not.
In today's fixture, Liverpool and Tottenham will go head-to-head with both managers aiming for a first final in English football. Tottenham boss Ange Postecoglou is under pressure with his injury-hit club in the bottom half of the Premier League. Holders Liverpool, on the other hand, are flying under manager Arne Slot, sitting 6 points clear at the top of the table and cruising through to the Champions League last 16. Both managers have been speaking ahead of the game. First, let's hear from Tottenham boss Ange Postecoglou, followed by Liverpool's Arne Slot.
Oh, look, yeah, there's no hiding it. It would be massive because, like I said, it's not. I mean, we've obviously had to beat both Manchester clubs to get to this point. We've had to beat Liverpool in the first leg to be in this position now. So,
tournament we are in, we try and want to win the game. That's also what we tried in the away game against Tottenham. I think we were quite close to get a result over there till the last few seconds. We were down to 10 and conceded a goal. But there's nothing changes for this game compared to all the others. If you wear this shirt, if you go out at Anfield, there's only one thing that is expected of you, and that's winning the game.
To other stories, Gary Neville believes Manchester United have become worse under Ruben Amorim. The 2-0 home defeat to Crystal Palace put Amorim's United back to square one after 3 straight wins over Rangers, Fulham and Bucharest. It was the 39-year-old's 5th league defeat in 7 matches at Old Trafford since taking over, which is the quickest any Manchester United has reached in top-flight home losses in Premier League history. And Gary Neville believes the pain is only going to continue for Amorim, his players and the United fans between now and the end of the season.
So yeah, there are some decisions and there are some selection choices that you look at and think, the Casemiro and Eriksen one the other week when we all subbed, I think Xerxes after 30 minutes and he had to change that midfield. I think he brought Manu on. There's sometimes when you see a team, it doesn't look right. If it doesn't look right, it quite often isn't right, and it doesn't surprise you. And I thought it would get better when Ruben Amorim came in. I thought that the enthusiasm of him and then the new system, I thought they'd buy into it, the players, and we'd see a bounce. We're seeing the absolute opposite. It's got a lot worse, and that's surprising.
This is our wrap-up sports chat here on the Morning Star. I am Nana Agyemang. The morning show continues.